We'd like to welcome you to our Christmas program tonight. We're getting ready to start here in just a few minutes. It's going to last probably about an hour and 20 minutes, so if you're taking medicine or something, that'll kind of give you a hint there if you need to go to the bathroom. Thanks for coming. We hope you enjoy the program. We're going to go ahead and get started right now.
Wrong child.
I can hardly believe it myself.
I know, we need a trip to New York City for Christmas. Wow. I can hardly wait.
Wait a minute, it's not gonna be all fun and games, you know.
That's right. We won this trip because of our performing arts grant. That means we're gonna have to do some type of study.
It can't be too bad. There's gonna be some fun.
That's right, we'll get to see the Statue of Liberty.
Maybe go ice skating on the open air ice rink in Central Park.
We'll get to see the Empire State Building.
Chocolate Macy's.
I think we'll have to go to a lot of musicals.
But not as many as we would had the rest of the school not decided to help out.
Why are they doing this? First of all, it will help us narrow down the musicals and help us choose which ones we're going to see.
But mostly it helps fulfill a grant.
It mostly helps fulfill the grant.
You're right, it helps to fill the grant. Let's quit yakking.
Good idea. I'm not sure what the kindergartners are going to show us, so let's take a look on them and see.
You're right, we should get started. But if it's all supposed to tie into Broadway, how does that soldier song fit in?
It was performed by Radio City. I don't know yet. They're a high-kicking dance group on Broadway.
So let's get back to the kindergartners.
Right now, I'd like to take the time to tell you the kindergartners' names. Casey Everson, Jerry Westbrook, Madison Hoover, Jessica Glenn, Kendra Levings, Jared Grundy, Kelly Bailey, Shannon Fine, Denton Strum, Kaylina Ellis, Zach Summers, Stephen Beaver, and Janae Hawks.
When I was born, my mom and dad told me it's a new street. I turned on the street wearing a thank you. Broadway was about musicals. Like that song we're going to sing. Yes, something like that. Our song popped in the 1950s. Well, that was a long time ago. Sure, a long time ago. Do you think dinosaurs are still alive? I haven't. The song is special because the Oklahoma City Zoo. They used the song to raise money to buy a real hippo. Yes, little girl recorded the song, make it on the radio. And asked people, get a hippo, and they did. What did she do with the hippo? She donated to the Oklahoma City Zoo. I can think of better things I love for Christmas than a hippo. Hey! Me too! What's the name of her song? I want a hippo this Christmas. That's a long name. That's a long song. Let's just sing the chorus. What's a chorus? A bit part of song. Okay. Okay. Promise for Christmas. Oh, yeah, promise blue. I don't want it all. I need to boys. I want it for promise to play and enjoy. I want it for promise for Christmas. Only if a promise for you. No promise promise. No money, nothing less. I only like if a promise. And if a promise like
Christmas gift for the Oklahoma City Zoo.
That was a wonderful gift. I wonder what they named the hippo.
The hippo's name was Matilda, and she weighed 700 pounds.
That's all fascinating, though, but that has nothing to do with Broadway.
It sort of does. I mean, little girls are always, what Broadway's all about.
It may be that way now, but that's not how it started.
Yeah, it'll start fire. I'm sure glad the theater burned down.
That's a terrible thing to say.
That's not what I meant. I meant before Broadway musicals are as we know them today.
That's right. Can you imagine sitting through a musical where all they do is play music and act, or just mime to music?
That's what musicals were, just mime and music, like the Nutcracker, until somewhere in 1866. That's when the theater burned down.
The man that owned the theater was working on his own melodrama at the time.
Since he still had to pay the ballet team that he brought from abroad, he thought he might as well mix the two together.
That way, he could use the elaborate props and the beautiful backdrops from the ballet and save some money in the process.
So the two mediums combined, a combination of drama and spectacle, and voila, the American musical was born.
The name of the first American musical was The Black Crook. It was an immediate sensation.
It ran for 16 months and grossed $1 million.
And the rest is history.
I think we're gonna be history if we don't check in on the first grade. I think they're doing a part from The Lion King.
The first Broadway musical that started backwards.
They're gonna sing the song backwards.
I'd like to see that. I've never seen a song done before.
No, normally a Broadway musical starts out as a storyline, a true story, then a musical, and then on film.
The Lion King started out on film and then became a Broadway musical.
Let's quit talking and let the first graders do the thing.
I'm glad we got the Lion King. Me too. Some of those other Broadway musicals sound stuffy. I thought Lion King was an animated movie. It is. The Lion King on Broadway is one of the few Broadway musicals that started as a movie. Most of the other musicals start out as an idea from a book, then they become musicals and then movies. So what was it that we decided to do? I think we're going to do the Hakuna Matata. I like that song. It's a lot of fun to sing. It's also fun just to say the words Hakuna Matata, because if you haven't seen the movie or the musical, you have no idea what it means. And people sure look puzzled when you say it. I thought we could make it easy on ourselves and say my favorite phrase. What's your favorite phrase? I know, she just likes to say Mufasa like those hyenas said it. That would be fun too, it would take you a lot less practice. We can't do our entire part just saying Mufasa. She's got a point. How about we do both? We start Mufasa and you sing her song. That's a great idea. How many times do you think she said Mufasa? How about we say it twice? Is that enough for everyone? And let's get started.
I do too. It sounds like one of the least boring ones to watch.
Ethel Merman is the star that made that musical famous.
I never heard of her till we started studying the performing arts. I haven't either. I guess she must be about 100 years old by now, if she's still alive.
She's still alive, but not quite that old.
Anyway, it still has a lot of fun songs in it.
Besides the fun songs, what's it about, and who wrote it?
Cole Potter wrote the music and lyrics in 1934 while he was at the top of his form.
It takes place on a ship. The comedy is derived on a storyline based on the characters. A nightclub singer and her stowaway pal, and a gangster dubbed as Public Enemy number 13 masquerades as a clergyman.
There's no denying that they were a well-celebrated team.
Collectively, they received more than 50 awards.
All big name awards too, like the Academies, the Emmys, and 2 Pulitzers.
Why don't we see what the third graders are gonna do? Second grade.
I don't understand. Christmas isn't about Broadway. That's right. Christmas is about family gatherings and friends. So what are we going to do? Our song's about friends. I know that song, but it's a Broadway musical song. That's just on TV. My mom used to watch it all the time. That was on Channel 2, wasn't it? No, Channel 2 is out of Tulsa. We don't get Tulsa stations. We get Channel 16 out of Joplin, Missouri. We aren't talking about a TV show. We're talking about real Broadway musical. The name of musical is anything else. Our song is friendship. It's how a friend is a friend no matter what. The thick and thin, the good and bad. Whether you're happy or whether you're sad. The angry or the mad. Friendship is giving of yourself, your time and devotion. That sounds like it would be a lot of fun. What are some of the other songs? Another fun song's called You're the Tops. That song's pretty neat. It even compares a person to Mona Lisa and Mickey Mouse. Oh, I did. It compares people to the best of everything. That's right. Would you like to hear anything else we think is tops? We're getting way off the subject, people. Our song is friendship. She's broad. Let's do our song. If you're ever in a jam, here I am. If you're ever in a mess, SOS. If you're ever feel so happy, when you feel I'm your help. It's friendship, friendship, just perfect friendship. Another friendship that never brought ours still out. If you're ever dream, don't dream. If you're ever in a well, ring my bell. If you're ever lose your teeth, you're out to dine, borrow mine. It's friendship, friendship, just perfect friendship. Another friendship that never brought ours still out.
Dick Van Dyke and Bye Bye Birdie. Bye Bye Birdie debuted in 1960, and Dick Van Dyke was an instant hit. He
people loved him so much, they offered him his own TV show that would bear his name, The Dick Van Dyke Show.
Whoa, that's cool. Instant stardom. But I've never heard of that TV show before.
I've never heard of that TV show either, but instant stardom, wow, that's a once-in-a-lifetime thing.
That's a great for sure. The way it was for George and Cohen.
The Cohens was a lifelong conquest. It was writing material for the family show at the age of 13. And he was just 16 when he started his first song to a publisher.
That's not much older than we are now when he first began.
That's amazing considering some of us can barely write our name.
I think it would be kind of cool living in a family like the four Cohens, town to town, performance to performance.
I think it would be too. Just think of all the people you'd meet going from town to town.
I think that sounds tiring, but he did pen some neat and popular tunes.
I don't think I'd like traveling around the world with my sister and my parents. No time to yourself, no time to make friends. That's not for me.
I'm with her. All that stuff may sound romantic, but I bet it was a lot of work.
Speaking of work, why don't we learn more about George by looking on the third graders?
What are we going to do for the Chris program?
We are doing a tribute to somebody.
Who is it we're doing a tribute to? His name is George M. Cohen. I never heard of him before.
I haven't either.
According to the information we were given, he was a playwright, a lyricist, and a music writer. Lyricist? What is a lyricist? I know. Lyrics are the words to a song. So a lyricist is a person who writes the words of songs. Wow. That means he could do a whole musical by himself? That's pretty cool. But what songs or musicals did he do? His most famous Broadway musical was 45 Minutes from Broadway, in which he did the books, music, and lyrics. That's pretty neat, because that's exactly how far he lived from Broadway. I wonder what other songs he wrote. A few of more than 500 songs that he wrote that became famous were Mary's a Grand Old Name. There are some more, but I can't remember the others. There was Yankee Doodle Boy. Give my regards to Broadway and your grand old flag. I think it's pretty neat that he wasn't much older than we are when he sold his first song. How old was he? He was 16 when a publisher bought one of his songs. But he hasn't been writing songs a lot longer than that. That's right. He and his family were called the Four Cohens, and he wrote songs for them. How old was he when he started writing for his family? He was about 13 years old. Wow. Do you think we could write songs? Maybe, but not for this program. Let's get back to the subject, which is George M. Cohen. His greatest hit was inspired by World War I. The name of the song is Over There. Oh, well, I don't see it. Over there. It's the name of the song. Oh. Over there? I've never heard of that song. Why, sure you have. Why, it's, come to think of it, I've never
heard of it either.
Over There was the very first American war song, and it was a national hit. Mr. Cohen received the Congressional Medal of Honor for that song. I got the music to Over There. Want to give it a try? I thought we were gonna sing It's a Grand Old Flag. I thought we were going to sing Yankee Doodle Boy. Why don't we sing the chorus of each one? You mean like a medley? That's it. Why don't we make a medley out of the 3 courses? That's a great idea. Yeah! So let's give it a try. Our medley consists of Yankee Doodle Dandy, Over There, and You're a Grand Old Flag. I'm a Yankee Doodle Dandy, a Yankee Doodle Doodle Flag, a real live nectar of my Uncle Sam, born on the 4th of July. I got a Yankee Doodle sweetheart, she's my Yankee Doodle joy. Yankee Doodle came to London just to ride the ponies. We are the Yankee Doodle boys. Over there, send the word, over there, that the Yanks are coming, the Yanks are coming, the drum tumbling everywhere. So prepare, say a prayer, send the word to beware. We'll be over, we're coming over, and we won't come back till it's over there. Veterans, please stand. Thank you, veterans. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand in honor of our flag. You're a grand old flag, you're a high flying flag, and forever in peace may live. You're the emblem of the land I love, the home of the free and the brave. Every heart beats true for the red, white, and blue. There's never a boast or brag. Should old acquaintance be forgot, keep your eye on the grand
has a song written about it by the famous Rodgers and Hammerstein.
I'll bet we're the only state that to that.
I think it would be great if the next musical part we could see would be from The Sound of Music.
Why would that matter?
Because Oklahoma was the very first musical that Rodgers and Hammerstein collaborated on.
So what would that matter?
The Sound of Music was the last musical Rodgers and Hammerstein collaborated on before the death of Hammerstein from cancer.
Oh, I get it now. The first and the last. But what about some of the other great musicals they wrote together?
Yeah, they also wrote South Pacific, Carousel, The King and I, and State Fair.
They even wrote Cinderella for TV.
There's no denying that they were a well-celebrated team.
Collectively, they received more than 50 awards.
All big name awards too, like the Tonys, the Emmys, the Academies, and two Pulitzers.
Let's not get carried away, and let's see what the fourth grade is going to do.
I'm excited about playing these murders. Me too, but I don't understand how it fits the theme of music. It's like this. All Broadway musicals have full orchestras. And that explains how?
We thought we'd provide music for one of these skits.
What song are we going to do?
We are going to do Melody.
But we don't know how to play recorder.
We thought that, and we found a way to get around it.
Since we're short on time, we thought if we all learned one note each, we'd have it made. Oh, sort of like a bell choir, where the only time we practice is when it's time for a note. Yeah, that's it. But we're a recorder choir. That sounds like fun. Count me in.
Let's give it a try.
Yeah, the force us warm up a little. That's enough. Change to a tape recorder. That's not a bad idea. That way we can record ourselves playing the recorder. No, so we can play the tape recorder and pretend to play the recorder. We weren't that bad.
Let's try it. This time let's ask the audience and choir to sing along while we play.
too. It's something you hum into, and it sort of sounds like music.
I like the sound of music.
I don't think it sounds that much like music.
I don't think it sounds like music.
He was talking about the musical, The Sound of Music, not kazoo.
Bless you.
I think the best thing about The Sound of Music is it's a true story.
That's right, the Von Trapps were real people. They escaped from Austria just as Hitler was tightening his grasp around their country.
I thought you said The Sound of Music was written by Rodgers and Hammerstein.
They did. It was. Richard Rodgers wrote the musical score.
And Oscar Hammerstein wrote the lyrics, you know, the words.
They just used the Von Trapps' family life for the storyline.
And the rest is history.
We're gonna be history if we don't check in on the 5th grade.
We're doing The Sound of Music. What part of musical are you doing? We get to do the marionette part. What part? The marionette part. What's a marionette? A marionette is a puppet that's controlled by strings. There are all kinds of puppets though.
There are finger puppets like these. There are hand puppets like this one.
There are also two-handed puppets. We finally came to the best there is, the Muppet! That's what Kermit the Frog is, right? Kermit and all the Muppet gang are a cross between hand puppets and string puppets. I get it. A cross between marionettes and puppets equals Muppets. Thanks to strings, Muppets are allowed to do a lot more than regular hand puppets ever thought of doing. But I thought marionettes was a rhythm instrument. No, you're thinking about castanets, not marionettes.
So we're pretending to be a marionette like Pinocchio?
That's right. Now that we've got that straightened out, let's get busy and do it.
sure it was a musical.
It's not. Little Saint Nick is a Beach Boys song.
The Beach Boys, weren't they the 50s band?
Yes, they were. So how does that Tom's tie in with Broadway? It doesn't. Little Saint Nick was a request. Who requested it?
Mr. Carson requested it, and whatever Mr. Carson wants, Mr. Carson gets.
It was a pretty good song, and there was a musical based in the 50s.
What musical is that? It's Grease. When it became a hit on the big screen, the main characters were played by Olivia Newton-John and John Travolta.
Aren't the 6th grade doing something from Greece?
I'm not sure. Why don't we check on them and find out?
Out of all the musicals we've seen lately, I like Grease best.
But I don't understand why they call it Grease.
Yeah,
There wasn't a song about Grease.
there wasn't even any dialogue about Grease. People, the background was the 50s. So in the 50s, the boys would grease their hair back in one form or another.
The most popular hairstyle for a boy back then was a ducktail.
Why did they call it a ducktail?
Because all their hair was slicked back and turned up in the back, just like a little ducktail. Like this.
If you didn't grease your hair, you weren't cool.
The point is, the girls couldn't run their fingers through the boys' hair without getting hands full of grease.
It doesn't matter, as long as I don't do our hair that way.
Well, I don't mind.
My favorite part was the drag racing.
My favorite part was the very beginning, when they first meet on the beach.
My favorite part's when they're to dance.
My favorite part is when my dad gets hit me out the door and penny.
My favorite part is the hand jive.
I get to do the hand jive.
Me too, even though it's hard to learn. It'll take a lot of practice, but I hope we're ready.
We're ready, aren't we?
Yes, we are, so let's get started.
Oh, that's too loud, Mr. Carson.
a lot of fun.
You know, there are all sorts of musicals out there.
Too numerous for us to name or sing.
I'm thinking as good a job as everyone's done tonight, we should go see some different musicals just so we can see some different types.
Everyone has done a great job, but
what?
but none of these have said anything about Christmas.
The Sound of Music kind of does the favorite things.
What about Maine? It has a song, Need a Little Christmas.
I've always where that song came from.
So now we know.
They may have included Christmas, but none of them were about Christmas.
There is one. It's called Scrooge. It's from the Dickens Christmas Carol.
Good storylines, but terrible songs.
All except for one. I like the song Thank You Very Much.
Why don't we check in on the 7th grade and see how they're doing?
What musical did we get?
We got Scrooge.
You mean we're doing a skit about some silly old duck on Disney?
What duck is that? You know, Donald Duck's on Scrooge.
Not that duck. Well, sort of.
What do you mean, sort of?
The Scrooge McDuck was sort of fashioned after a character in the Dickens story, A Christmas Carol.
Are we going to do the Disney version? Sounds like fun. I'll be any favorite movie. That's the kind of nickname I don't want to get stuck with. We're not going to do the Disney version.
Okay, so we're going to do the original version?
No, we don't have time for either of those versions. So what are we going to do?
We're going to do our own version.
I didn't know we had our own version.
We do now. It's going to be short, sweet, and to the point.
Here we go. Pick a line, any line. Pick a line, any line.
Everyone got their part?
Yeah. We'll start it off.
Merry Christmas.
Hey, wait a minute. What is that?
It's called an interlude to divide the scenes.
Since we wanted to do the musical, the can for the chorus line.
It's our way of incorporating them together. It is much more interesting than just walking across the stage with a sign.
I guess so. Oops, looks like we're holding workshop. We better get off stage.
Mr. Cratchit, we're here to see Mr. Scrooge.
Yes, we'd like to ask if you would donate to the Children's Fund.
He's busy right now. You're to come back at a later date. A much later date. Cratchit, what's all this noise about? These two people like to visit with you, sir.
Yes, we'd like to ask you to you tell them.
To see if you make a donation for the Children's Fund.
I can't afford that. If I gave to everyone coming through that door asking for a handout, I'd be as poor as you two. I got 6 schools coming here trying to sell yearbook ads. These 10 girls a quarter wanted me to sponsor for some stupid pageant. Then there's Little League. And it's not just one sport. It's football, basketball, baseball, soccer, and softball. Even sometimes wrestling. I don't think so. Now good day to you.
But it's Christmas, sir.
Bah! Humbug. Now get out of here.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
I'm Casper, the friendliest ghost you know.
Wait a minute. Wait just 1 minute. What are you doing?
Scrooge is going to have some spirits visit him. I wanted to be the first.
You're not the right ghost. You're not in the right century. You're not even in the right... Oh, crap.
He's right. You need to go friendly somewhere else. All I want to do is make friends. If nobody likes you, nobody cares.
Hey, Scrooge, remember me? I'm your buddy. I don't have much time to listen. I was wrong. There's more to life than money. There's friends and family and compassion for others. This chain that I have forged out of worthless metal is my retribution for all the wrong I did on earth.
decades ago. You'll be visited by 3 spirits. Listen to them, or you'll end up with fate worse than mine.
Humbug. Who are you?
I'm the ghost of Christmas past.
I'm the ghost of Christmas present.
I'm the ghost of Christmas future. Hey, wait a minute. I thought you were supposed to come one at a time.
No time. Remember how nice Christmas used to be when you were younger?
I guess so. Bah, humbug.
Those memories are nice because of the spirit of giving that someone else had showed you, and the giving spirit you had at that time.
Bah, humbug.
Look into this mirror. That stingy, ugly, lonely old man is you. You may have earned your money, but you will be one miserable, lonely fellow who change longer than Marley's. Oh wait, they already are. So change before it's too late.
Bah, humbug. Don't change, Scrooge. I want you to come be with me. I'll make your miserable form of existence even more miserable. In fact, I'm looking forward to it. I'll change. I'll change.
Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Merry
I'll get it. Look, dear, it's Mr. Scrooge.
Bob, I'm a changed man. I want you to take the rest of the day off, and here's the money to Tiny Tim's surgery.
Thank you, Mr. Scrooge.
Thank you, Mr. Scrooge. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. That's the nicest thing that anyone's ever done for me. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
The future's never looked so bright for me.
Thank you very, very, very much.
God bless us, everyone. Ever seen the Christmas Carol done quite like that before.
It's certainly the first one to read Casper the Friendly Ghost.
But it was cute.
Yeah, but it's hard to believe that that's the only Christmas musical.
It's a shame that of all the musicals there are, there's never been one on the greatest Christmas story ever told.
What story is that? You know, the nativity story.
That's the story that Christmas is all about. There's no room in Bethlehem, there's no room that we know of. I'm tired of this phrase that keeps repeating, there's no room left in this whole town. I'm so tired and exhausted, oh can't we try the last inn in town?
No room in Bethlehem, there's no room that we know of. The praise that they are hearing, the praise that they're over town. There is no much chest with, no one tried the last inn in town.
There is no room left in my inn. There is no room left in my inn. There is no room left in my inn. But I've a barn you can stay in.
Stay in.
Thank you. Who are you? And why are you here?
We were tending our sheep outside of town.
And all of a sudden a great light appeared.
At first we were afraid, but then an angel told us not to be.
Then an angel said,
Behold,
I bring you good tidings of great joy, which shall be to all people. For unto you is born this day in the city of David a Savior, which is Christ the Lord, which shall be a sign unto you. You shall find a baby wrapped in swaddling cloth, lying in a manger.
A manger.
A special star.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a compass in the sky, leading us to Bethlehem. Twinkle, twinkle, little star.
And that's our story of the first Christmas, the greatest Christmas story ever told.
Ladies and gentlemen, choir, please join us as we sing silently.
Oh, this is the one that Mr. Knox writes and produces.
Take it away, Mr. Knox.
Back there, come on in, Santa. Come on in. Go through that door right there. Help him out over there.
Has all these boys and girls been good?
I think so. Maybe their parents have. Yeah, they've been good, Santa. They've been good.
What about that one boy over there?
We're at.
That one in the brown shirt on the bottom row.
Come here, Jason. Jason, Knox. Knox. Come this way, Knox. I'll lift you up there. Sorry.
What's his name?
No, I didn't do it.
Jason. Jason, you been a good boy? Real good boy? Can we ask Mom and Dad? Got any? What about my reindeer? Have you seen him? You want me to bring him in? Did I tell you I'd bring him sometime? You want me to keep that promise? Okay. Open it up. There you are.
Hold on, Santa. Hold on. If they want to come out for a picture, you'll just have them come around this side over here, and you have some gifts there. If you want to see Santa Claus, go on this side of the stage.
There you are, young man.
Over here. Guys, thanks for coming. Merry Christmas to everybody. See you next year.